In 2017, a study was published in the environmental magazine Lancet, which indicated that 16% of the world's population died a premature death in 2015 due to pollution. That was 9 million people. 9 million people in just 1 year who died because of environmental factors such as air pollution, water pollution, land. And the sad truth of it is nothing has changed yet. Nothing has changed enough to save the next 9 million people. Now, how exactly could this happen? How does the deaths of 9 million people exactly occur? Unsafe water. Every day when you wake up, you may be thirsty and you may brush your teeth and you may take a shower, and all of that requires water. And fortunately, we are able to access that water. Others are not so lucky. In underdeveloped countries, such as this one here, people are forced to walk miles and miles away from their home to find clean water. They may find water like this that's littered with garbage, but would you brush your teeth with this water? No. You wouldn't. You couldn't. Now, the UNICEF indicates that there's 663 million people who lack access to water. Those 663 million people have to worry about where they will be, when they will be getting their next glass of water. Now, a simple solution to this problem could be, why don't we just, clean this water? The problem is not just cleaning the water. The problem is stopping where this garbage is coming from. According to the Ocean Cleanup, 1.15 million metric tons of garbage are added yearly to our oceans from rivers and lakes around the world. That's also 3,150 metric tons per day. And we have seen those effects on our oceans. You can see here, this body of water is so flooded with garbage, you can't even see the water. I mean, you can see it just a little bit, but this is terrible. And humans are not just the ones affected by the water, by the garbage in the water. Animals are as well. You can see many marine life have gotten tangled up in plastic nets, plastic soda can holders. They get straws stuck in their mouth, in your eyes. And there have been many cases of micro pieces of plastic being found in these animals. Now, there exists an actual garbage barge in the ocean. It's called the Great Pacific Garbage Patch, and it consists of 1.6 million square kilometers of garbage. That is the state of Texas times 2, floating around in our waters. Now, what are truly some things that you and I could do to fix this issue? Because at this point, everything that we've discussed is disgusting. We pollute the world that we live and breathe in, that we raise our children in. How can we make it better? Is there a tunnel is there light at this end of this tunnel? There is, but we do have to start small. And the biggest way to start is to say no to plastics that are single use, such as straws, grocery bags. Other ways that you can help is to recycle, and recycle appropriately. If you are unsure of an item to recycle, look it up. Go to your local library, ask your coworkers, ask a friend, ask someone who knows about recycling. It's important that when we are reviving the planet through our re-energy sources, that we do it correctly. And another way that we can contribute to the success of the future is to advocate to our representatives to start new initiatives, to get people involved in new ways to help our world. One of those ways I'd like to talk to you about is called the Plastic Bank. What the Plastic Bank does is they go to these third world countries such as Haiti and Indonesia, and they treat garbage as a currency, so that whenever a person needs to buy some milk, for example, they'll bring in a couple of bottles, empty bottles of water or whatever those plastic bottles used to hold. They bring it into this bank, and then they'd receive their milk. And so the garbage would act as a virtual currency. Another initiative that I believe can be successful for our future is what the folks in Surabaya, Indonesia are doing, which, if you would like to ride the bus, you just bring in some plastic bottles. And this initiative is so successful, buses collect up to 550 pounds of plastic a day, according to Reuters when they did their report on this phenomenal story. Now, these folks, they plan to be plastic-free in 2020. That sounds insane, but when you think about 550 pounds of garbage per day getting picked up, that's going to make a huge difference, and they will reach their goals. If you think that these ways sound far-fetched, just think about what we're doing now and how we have affected the world. Think about how the choices we've made up until this point have caused 9 million deaths in just a year due to our inconsiderateness for our environment. So, I urge you to contact your representatives. If you are a member of Bexar County, I have included a link to the Bexar County representatives, and if you are not sure, there's also a link here to find out who your representatives are. Thank you for watching, and please help us save the future. Thank you.